Hello, it's Gabby here for you. Before we jump onto this week's podcast, I just want to let you know about 2 ways that you can work with me. First of all, I do one-to-one coaching and I do that via Zoom, so we can jump on a Zoom call at a time to suit you. The second thing I've got for you is an online coaching course that's 12 modules that you can download straight away now. There will be a link somewhere around these podcast notes. And this is the course that I've designed, and it's got everything in it that I wish I'd have known when I finished cancer treatment and I was lost. So you can download that course now and you can start working towards making this your happiest and healthiest year ever. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, it's Gabby here from Confidence After Cancer, and I hope this finds you well. This week, I've been thinking a lot about change because so many people that I speak to are struggling with how to change the situation of where they are now into where they want to be. So I've got some thoughts for you on that, and I've also got a little exercise that I can leave you with that maybe help you if you are struggling with something that you want to change and you're not quite sure how to move forward. So this episode is for you if you want to make a change. Could be a big change, could be a small change. Quite often people are feeling overwhelmed when they want to change. And I hear so many people saying to me, well, everything's wrong and I've got so many problems, I just really don't know where to start. And if that is you, then I've got some advice for you. So first of all, rather than thinking that everything in your life is wrong and you have to change everything, how would it be if you reframed that, if you thought about it in a different way, and if you thought about, actually, I'm not going to make this huge change that's overwhelming and that I just don't have the energy for. All I'm going to do is put one step in front of the other, day by day. And I think there's a book called 1% Club or something like that, but it's about 1%. If you were thinking about how you wanted to change your life, and you changed what you were doing by 1%, if you improved by 1% every day, in a year, you've improved by 365%. And that's massive. It's absolutely massive just by making tiny little achievable changes every day. So no matter what it is you want to do, whether it's you want to start some new habits or stop some habits that are not serving you, there's no judgment here. This is a very personal thing for you. What I would say is think about, we all have ups and downs in our lives. Yeah, as Dolly Parton said, if you want to have the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain. And that's true. We all have our ups and downs. Of course we do. But if you're somebody who's thinking, actually, I want to improve my life, I want my things in my life to be better, brighter, more enjoyable. Okay. And we all have ups and downs, as I said, but sometimes you'll think about, we take for granted the good bits in our life. And I've heard an expression now, glimmers. And that is something that, the good parts of your life, little glimmers of things that make you happy, that cheer you up, that you're happy with, that you're pleased with. How can you make those good parts bigger? Because by doing that, you're going to naturally make the bad parts or the not so good parts smaller. We've only got 24 hours in the day. All of us, no matter what level we're at, no matter what we're doing, we've all got 24 hours in the day. So if we just focus every day, one step in front of the other, of making those good bits better, whatever that means for you, the challenge can be quite often to calm your chattering mind. I certainly struggled with this for a long time. That little voice that kept telling me all the reasons why I couldn't change, what kept telling me all the reasons why I wasn't good enough. It kept telling me all the reasons why change was going to be impossible for me. And so to calm that chattering mind, I've got a little exercise. And that is simply to think about, well, where do you want to be in 12 months' time? Because a lot can be achieved in 12 months' time. You can change any situation in 12 months' time by taking those baby steps every day. And I just want you to really just ask yourself that question. Where do you want to be in 12 months' time? If it feels like everything is wrong at the minute, in 12 months' time, if everything was right, where would you be? Just sit with that thought and let it wash over you. Sometimes it helps to just sit in a quiet room, maybe play some quiet music, or maybe just look at a candle, just something to bring your breathing down. Really get in touch with yourself, get in touch with your thoughts, because quite often I've been guilty of this in the past. busyness takes you away from those thoughts. It doesn't sort them out. It just distracts you. So if you can just sit with this for a little while and ask yourself that question, where do I want to be in 12 months' time? Yeah. What do I want to be feeling? Where am I? Who am I spending my time with? What am I doing every day that brings me joy? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What is around you? And just think and feel that feeling. Just for 5, if you can, for 10 minutes, just sit with that. Really get a vision very clearly of what you want your life to be like. Because simply saying everything's not right doesn't get you to where you want to be. What you're going to do is get quite specific about, well, what does everything going right look like? What's it look like to you? Everybody's different. What looks right to me will be different for you. But I really want you to think about, if you are unhappy in your life and you want to make some changes, well, what does that look like? And then once you've got that goal, that vision in your mind, every day you can be taking a baby step towards it. And it may be, for instance, I'm working with somebody who's really concerned about her health. Her health is nowhere near where she wants it to be. And she's thinking about in 12 months' time, well, what does that look like? She's thinking about the healthy body that she's going to have because she's been exercising on a regular basis. Doesn't have to be, running a marathon or anything that's completely extreme. But if you were just to consistently do some exercise, not every day, but most days, for now, now, every day, tomorrow and the day after, and you were to do that consistently for the next 12 months, what would your health look like? What would your body look like? What would it feel like? How strong would you feel? And also, how completely calm would you feel in knowing that you made that decision and you actually achieved it? So that's a good example. Another one is a lot of people that I'm dealing with at the minute have got financial problems. So again, there's no financial problem that cannot be solved. It may not be pretty, it might not be the answer that you want, but there is always a solution to financial problems. And again, it's thinking about, okay, whatever the situation is now, it may be overwhelming, and it may be that you need professional help to get over that. And if you are in that situation, please reach out to somebody. Do not suffer, because as they say, a problem shared is a problem halved. But it's taking that first step, putting something in place, don't just be overwhelmed and stuck, if you like a rabbit in the headlights, scared to move forward. There is always something you can do about every situation. So if you're not happy where you are now and you want to make that change and you're feeling overwhelmed, think about where you want to be, whether it's in 12 months' time, maybe it's 5 years' time, whatever. But I know, as a cancer survivor, none of us are guaranteed the future. And so while it's great to make plans for the future, I'm a big one for setting goals. I talk about this a lot, of setting goals of where I want to be, planning out what I want to do, daily steps to get me to where I want to be. Don't forget to enjoy today, because today is all in any of us are guaranteed. Who knows what's around the corner? The crazy world that we live in, unexpected things happen to all of us all of the time. So I'm going to leave you with that. And if you are making a change, or thinking about making a change, or thinking that you need to make a change and you're struggling of where to start, ping me a message, reach out to me, and I'm sure I can hold your hand and get you to where you want to be. So thank you so much for listening. It means the world to me. I'm really, really grateful for you, my listener, for taking the time to listen to my podcast, to get in touch with me. Reach out to me if I can help you in any way at all. I'd love to help you. And as always, stay safe and stay sane. Take care, my darling. Bye-bye.